RIMURU Go Back in Time by Rimu-chi. Visitors Part 2. Yume's Pav. My name is Yume Fermenas, and I'm no hero. I'm just a regular human with a team that's here for one thing, money. We had a job with the Kingdom of Falmouth, securing their border. It was easy enough, but I hate to admit it, it was boring. At least it paid well. We'd arrived in the Jura forest, which is definitely not my favorite place. We were on a routine patrol when the ground shook, like a minor earthquake. It wasn't huge, but still, strange. Boss. Kajal spoke up. Quiet, I ordered, drawing my sword. Everyone around me readied themselves for a fight. Whoa. This looks bad. Came a voice from nearby. But, a woman stammered. Guys, wait. Another voice yelled. How are you still alive if you're this careless? Said an older man. I activated one of my skills, Far Sight, to see what was going on. I saw 4 adventurers running from some monsters. Boss. Kajal asked again. I just saw something unpleasant, I replied. Looks like some adventurers got into a fight with monsters. What do we do? Kajal asked. Before I could answer, a woman burst out of the bushes, running straight toward us. Hey! Wait for us! Shouted a man as 3 more adventurers stumbled out after her. I'm sorry for dragging you into this, the woman apologized. We really appreciate your help, said one of the men. We're really sorry, added another. It's coming, I said grimly. A night spider. Kajal's eyes widened in surprise. All right, everyone, get into formation. I commanded. If anyone gets injured, pull back and get healed. No one's allowed to die here. Understood. Everyone shouted in unison. Kajal, you're in command, I told him. Understood, he replied. Rommel, use strength magic on me, I ordered. Yes, sir, he said. Rommel was skilled with magic. I looked at the adventurers. As for you lot, we'll discuss this later. The massive creature was advancing toward us. Hey, Cabal! A new voice shouted. Is that you? Everyone turned to see where the voice was coming from. We saw 3 goblins riding wolves. Good to see you again, the goblin said. Gobta. Cabal replied, clearly surprised. Whenever I see you, you're fighting monsters. You really do like a good fight, Gobta laughed. But if you don't mind, I'll handle it. You'll be the lunch. To my amazement, that goblin defeated the night spider with ease. It was unbelievable. Are you kidding me? I muttered. Actually, these things taste great. Gobta grinned. Lord Rimuru ordered us to gather as much food as possible. Why? Asked the older man next to me. Winter is coming, Gobta replied. Now, please follow us back to our nation. I think that's better than staying here, I said. The goblins led us back to their home. Honestly, it looked more like an empire than a nation. Many races lived here peacefully, happily. They guided us to a grand castle. As we entered, 2 beautiful women awaited us. There was something in their eyes, though, that was intimidating. Lord Rimuru is expecting you. Please follow us, said the white-haired girl. I, along with Kajal and Rommel, went to meet this Rimuru, while I ordered the rest of the team to relax. We entered a room where a goblin and a red-haired man sat to the left, with a blue-haired man standing just behind them. Several other figures were there as well, a black-haired girl, a maid with blue hair, a white-haired beauty with wings, and a girl with short black hair. To the right, the 4 adventurers we'd met in the forest were already seated. I took a seat next to the old man, who I think was named Fuse. When I looked at the leader of this town, I was shocked. He looked like a young Majin, silvery blue hair, golden eyes, and possibly even dragon horns. My name is Rimuru Tempest, and I am the ruler of this nation, which we call the Kingdom of Tempest, he began. You're really a Majin. Fuse gasped. Lord Rimuru, there are people here we didn't see the last time we visited, Cabal said. Yes, and why is Shizu wearing a ring? Eren asked. She's married to me, Rimuru replied. Let me introduce my followers and fiancés, Shizu, Rain, Soka, Demon Lord Frey, Xian, and Shuna. There are 2 others, but they're on a mission. And of course, Benimaru and Soe. A demon lord, Frey, the Harpy Queen, is engaged to you. Eren exclaimed. And Shizusan as well. Yes, I'll explain everything when the time comes. Until then, keep this a secret, Rimuru said. We all nodded in agreement. Just as Rimuru finished speaking, a young girl entered and sat next to the goblin. And this is Milam Nava, Rimuru said. Beside me, Fuse looked shocked. Who is Milam? I wondered, confused. So, Falmouth and Bloomond want to explore this territory. Rimuru asked Fuse. Fuse started, but I couldn't hold back anymore. Wait a minute. Why is Imogen the boss here? This isn't right. What's going on, and why are you all fine with this? I demanded. How dare you insult Lord Rimuru? Xian said angrily. Shut up, booby. I snapped. And then, darkness. Rimuru's pav. As soon as Yume called Xian, booby, she knocked him out with the hilt of her sword. Rommel quickly used healing magic on Yume, and he soon regained consciousness. I apologize for what Xian did, I said. She sometimes struggles to keep calm. Hey, that's not fair. I'm known for my composure, Xian protested. It's a work in progress, Xian. Impatience is still an issue, teased. I want a good relationship with humans, I said. I hope we can eventually become part of your trading network. Trading? Fuse asked. Yes, the Kingdom of Dworgen has already established diplomatic ties with us, I explained. Dworgen accepted a monster nation like this. Fuse was astounded. You can trust me on that, a voice said as Vesta entered the room. Minister Vesta. Fuse exclaimed. Former minister, Vesta corrected. Good to see you again, Fuse. And what Rimuru-sama said is true, King Gazel and Rimuru-sama formed an alliance. So, are you convinced now? I asked. Well, in this case, I don't see any reason not to work with you, Fuse replied, though he added, but I still need to confirm where you stand with humans. I hope you don't mind. I anticipated that, I replied. You're welcome to stay in town to see for yourself that we're no threat to humans. By the way, Fuzazan, how many people know about the Orc Lord's defeat? Not many, only a small group close to the king, Fuse answered. I see, I said, turning to Yume. Yume, would you like to be a hero? What? Everyone was taken aback. I want you to take credit for defeating the Orc Lord, with us only assisting. I want you to start rumors that we're friendly monsters, I explained. I see, Fuse said thoughtfully. This could be a brilliant move, Cabal agreed. So, what do you say? I asked Yume. Give me some time to think about it, he replied. I granted him some time, and later that day, we met on the hill overlooking the town. He gazed down at it thoughtfully. This town you built is impressive, he admitted. After seeing it, I can tell you're not some evil creature. I lead a team, and I have to protect those who follow me. I have my own plans, and you're asking me to be a hero. It feels almost like a scam. But, I've decided. I trust you, and I'll become a hero or whatever you need me to be. Great, I said. Then let's head back. I think you'll need a better look. Yume began his training in Rimuru City. I expect great things from him. Back in my office, I found Shizu, Frey, Soka, Shuna, Rain, and Milam waiting, Goblina and Gobwa still their work, each looking at me expectantly. There was a calmness in the air, though I could sense a bit of curiosity from them all. I suddenly called for Soe. Are you there, Soe? He appeared instantly, kneeling respectfully. Yes, my lord. Go to Ingrasia and find the man who's been trying to get close to Shizu, I said, my voice dropping to a low, cold tone that surprised even me. Once you locate him, do what you must, torture him, kill him if needed, and bring his head to me. Make sure to leave no evidence behind. Not even the gods themselves should be able to trace it back to us. Shizu and the others looked at me, wide-eyed, surprised by my sudden intensity. I could see Shizu's cheeks turning a soft shade of pink. She looked down, her expression mixed with flustered surprise and a hint of something else. Rimuru-san, what are you planning to do? Shizu asked hesitantly. I took a deep breath and softened my tone as I turned to her. Do you remember the man who tried to marry you years ago? The one who wouldn't leave you alone. Shizu nodded, her eyes widening a bit. That man ordered Fuse to bring you there, hoping to pursue you again. I'm not going to let anyone like him get close to you, I explained. Milam's eyes narrowed with a rare seriousness, surprising everyone in the room. Good, she said firmly, crossing her arms. Now Auntie Shizu doesn't have to worry about anything. The others nodded, each one looking determined. Shizu, meanwhile, blushed even deeper, looking away as if trying to hide her reaction. And just so we're clear, I added, making eye contact with each of them, but focusing especially on Shizu, if anyone dares come after Shizu, they'll regret it. Shizu belongs to me, she's mine, and I'll protect her no matter what. At my words, Shizu's face turned red as a tomato. She looked down, her hands nervously clasped in front of her. Rimuru-san, she murmured, barely able to look up. Rain approached, her expression softening. Rimuru, thank you, she said, her voice barely above a whisper, but filled with genuine warmth. You always think about all of us, but I don't think you realize how much it means. She looked at me with tender eyes, then leaned in, brushing her lips softly against mine in a gentle, heartfelt kiss. As she pulled back, Frey gave a small smirk. Oh, don't think you can hog him all to yourself, Rain, she teased, stepping forward with graceful confidence. After all, we're all here for Rimuru, aren't we? She wrapped her arms around me, bringing her face close before pressing her lips to mine, her kiss slow, savoring the moment. Shuna, with her usual boldness, came up next. Well, I'm not going to be left out either, she said, her eyes shining with excitement. Rimuru-sama, you should know by now that I'm devoted to you completely. She cupped my face in her hands and kissed me, her passion evident but tender, her hand lingering as she slowly pulled away. Soka, usually more reserved, approached me shyly, her cheeks pink. Rimuru-sama, thank you for being so considerate of us. She hesitated, then stepped closer, brushing her lips softly against mine, her kiss sweet and lingering, her shyness melting into warmth. Finally, Shizu looked up at me, her face still flushed but her gaze soft. Rimuru-san, she said softly, her voice a gentle whisper. You always make me feel safe and cared for. She stepped forward, her eyes meeting mine, and then, slowly, she leaned in, kissing me softly, her warmth and trust clear in that single, tender moment. When she pulled back, she smiled shyly, still looking a bit flustered. As I looked around, I couldn't help but feel a deep warmth. Each of them was precious to me in their own way, and seeing their trust and affection filled me with a happiness I hadn't expected. Milam watched with her usual grin. You guys really do care for Rimuru, huh? She said, laughing. Guess I'll just have to make sure no one gets in your way. The others chuckled, and for a moment, the room felt filled with a quiet peace, a shared warmth among all of us.